Hello friends, how are you today on this Monday? Yeah. For us, kids back in school. Both my kids are at work. Josh is at men's group for church, so it's just me all by myself doing what I love to do, which is this business. So my friends Liz and Don, hey, there they are going to join me tonight and talk a little bit about business and how they incorporate this into their existing business. He's a chiropractor, and he's just going to kind of give us his story, and yeah, I'm excited about it. So I can add him on, and we'll hear from him. It says they're coming. Hopefully we have a good connection.
Hello, how are you, friend?
Hey, hey, how are you, beautiful? Hey, Dawn. Hey.
Nice to
How are you doing? Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Okay. You know, Facebook can be weird sometimes when we get on and never know how
it's
going to be.
You can hear us?
Yeah.
Good? Okay, good.
Yeah, I can hear y'all. Y'all are good. Hopefully we don't have like a delay because I don't want to speak over y'all, but it seems okay for right now. I think we're not too busy on Facebook yet. It's been a weird day. It's been a weird day for Facebook for me. Some things are, I don't know, just strange algorithms and whatever. I don't know. Some things are happening, changing. And then we have big announcements today, so you know, all those things.
That's exactly.
Good stuff. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
What's your temperature?
So I'm really excited.
What's your temperature down there?
Oh, today it's good, about 78.
Nice. We gotta go down to
No, I don't want it to be. It's humid and it's not a pretty 78. It's just kind of a you know. I don't know, but it's okay. It's not bad. I'm used to every day or two. We have seasons like every day. I don't know. It's very different where we are. What is the temperature where you're at right now?
Yeah. We just
40. Not bad. That's good for February for us, girl.
That's pretty good. I know. I'm stressing already about Utah next month.
Yeah.
And like, what am I gonna wear?
I know. We can't wait.
I know.
We're gonna take some time off work and be there with our whole team, and just can't wait.
I know. I'm so excited. It's weird when we're not with our community for such a long period of time and not seeing everyone, since October. But October, September was when I saw y'all, but some other people when I was at base camp. So
yeah,
I'm very, very excited to be around my community again. It feels crazy when we're not together. It's different, and I just love our vibe and everything that we have in our company. So yeah, we just need to have more things. What'd you say?
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I just didn't hear what you said. So I guess we'll just get into it. So I was talking a little bit. So I met Don and Liz by complete accident. When we were in Tulum, we knew no one. Okay. When we went, I knew Bree and I knew Lisa, and that was it. So it was really strange, but I was like, okay, we're just going to go find a random table, right? When we were in Tulum this particular night, we had dinner on the beach, which was so cool. Loved that. It was really neat. And we had a Lyft event, which many people know that I talk about Lyft a lot. It's community service that we do everywhere we go. Anytime we have an event, a convention, vacation, whatever it is, that we're always doing something for like the local community. So this night, everybody's just like, okay, go find a seat. And we're just like, okay, chill, awesome. And we happened to sit at your table.
Absolutely.
With some other amazing couples as well. And that was the first time that we met y'all, and then ended up hanging out more that weekend and had the most incredible dinner that night.
Yeah, that was probably one of my favorite. Like, there's like 2 or 3 things that ever stand out on all these trips that I've taken, that we've taken together, and that was probably one of my top, literally top 2 or 3 moments. I'm like, oh my gosh, that trip was amazing. Like you said, the community was amazing. We loved you guys right away. You all were sweet. It's so nice to be doing this business with other couples too, right? Because I'm not sure if you did ML before or not. But like we did, or I did, I should say. I did like girly stuff, right? It was just makeup and all that. Well, he's not into that. He doesn't really care about makeup and all that stuff. So now it's like, I love that there's men, women, all ages, right?
Yeah.
There's younger, there's older. So I just love that part of the business, that like all these couples are together. So I told you I want to do a live with you another time.
Oh,
we'll have this be more focused on the chiropractic office, but next time I want to do a live with you about like couples and all that and doing the business together, because I think that's huge, right?
yes, it is. And I have that same background because I came from makeup and skincare, and you know, Josh was not in that at all. And it's very, very different from what we do. And I love to find more couples, and the fact that, you know, we got to connect that night and with some other people, it's really great. And we are very much getting the community, seeing more couples, seeing more guys come out. You know, we're trying to encourage that more. And it's really nice having y'all for us, be mentors and leaders for us as well, of what we look up to. And you know, I know we're all friends and everything, but there is that part of, I just love everybody and everyone we've met so far, but having another couple is really awesome.
I agree 100% for sure.
Yeah. So I'm sorry he couldn't be here tonight because he had community, we had men's group with church, and they meet every Monday, so we'll have to plan another day. That'll be good for him because he almost didn't go. He was like, I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss it. But yeah, so anyway, so we'll just get a little bit. I am totally fascinated. Why I wanted to talk, of course we have tons of things we could talk about, but I'm really fascinated of how you became, how you brought Tranont into your existing business. So way back when, before I had kids, I worked for a chiropractor. So I was already in a mindset of natural healing and just natural things for the body. And my kids as babies got adjustments and everything. And so I was very open to all that at a very young age. But I also know that as being, you know, your job and what you're responsible for your patients, and you want to give them the best and the best quality and the best products. So you are very picky about what you will want to have in your office. So I love that you have this business and that Tranont meets all criteria for you to be able to promote that and totally have trust for that with your patients. So I just want to hear all about the business stuff with you and how that happened.
So not only does it meet all the criteria and about quality, but also too, what we do now is we used to carry like literally 500 to 600 different products. Okay. And that's very, very difficult because, you know, we have to buy those products. We have to put it on a credit card. We have to put them up on there, shipping, all these different types of things. We have to sell those products. Sometimes they don't sell. Sometimes you overbuy. Okay. So that's a big, huge block in a lot of businesses. It's a lot of chiropractic offices. Okay.
Yeah.
And knowing that many products mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, all of those types of things can be overwhelming and overstimulating to us, both of us, my wife and I. Okay. She runs the practice and she was ordering all the products. I know that she's going to want to probably come on and talk about that.
I can talk.
But we don't have any inventory anymore. So the thing is, it's simplified everything. Plus, like literally, let's just take Enrich, our digestive enzyme, okay? If I would make that recommendation to somebody, I only have to sell them one bottle, okay? One bottle, which is called Enrich, okay? If I would use my other company, I would have to sell them 7 different supplements, 7 different single supplements in order to get everything that's in there.
Yeah.
And then that's like $250 to $300. And then all they're doing is taking different pills all day long to meet the specifications of what's in that one bottle.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna let her talk about the
this
is a big thing. The inventory was huge.
Yeah, I actually did that with my job. Like when I was, you know, worked there before, I would go to that back pantry and like have everything organized. I'd put everything on the shelves when it came in. I mean, it is a big, you have to have a lot of stock. Like many salons or spas or whatever, they're going to have to keep inventory. And this totally gives you the freedom, right?
Absolutely. So, you know, like you said, in the back. So just a step further, okay? So you know, doing the ordering, inventory, seeing if things are expired. Because if you're selling high quality supplements, right? Like we were selling good supplements, not that we were selling high end supplements that only doctors can get, right? When you sell a supplement that's high grade, there's going to be a very short expiration date on that, right? It's not going to be 5-10 years, or you don't even know if there's an expiration date on it, right?
Yeah.
So it's usually about a year or so, you know, that the product is good for. So not only that, at the end of the year or every 6 months, I would have to go through and see what didn't sell. Unfortunately, some stuff we had to pitch because you're not going to sell an expired supplement, right?
Yeah.
But even a step further is like, so all that stuff went on our credit card, on our credit, you know what I mean? So that kind of stinks, having $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 on your credit card until you sell that product or until you flip that inventory, right?
Yeah.
So like I said, what I love about Tranont, we have a very, very small amount of product. Like I'm talking about very small. And then what I do is I just do a lot of the ordering. So if someone wants a product, I just tell them, let's just go in my office, order it right then and there for you. It gets shipped to your house directly. So if you are a chiropractor or a doctor's office, or like you said, a hair salon or a med spa, you can carry maybe like a couple, like a very, very minimum, you know, inventory, or you don't have to carry any, because all these products get drop shipped right to their home, which is huge, because no one wants to have all that inventory and then pitch it or give it out for free. So that's one aspect of it that I do love, because then that's not all that money isn't on the back of my mind of, are we going to sell it? Are we not going to sell it? And then just having it shipped straight from the company to the consumer is huge. So I love that aspect of it.
Yeah. Time saving, money saving for sure, because like you said, like our products do so many things. They are so many things in the products. It is not a one hit, you know, one hit wonder. With anything, we have a very diverse amount of things that are in a product, and you don't see that in a lot of other companies. So I can understand how financially this would make more sense if you could do that all in one, like I said earlier, like with our Enrich, because you know there's tons of things about that. And not even all that's in it, but like all the things it does. So it's so much more than being just that one product.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. It's really amazing. I'll say that I find that most places are extremely picky about what they're going to have, what they're going to sell, what's going to be on their shelf, because of having that problem of having to have things. And it's different that we can offer them the best and high impact products that they don't have to take out of their pocket. It's amazing.
Absolutely.
It's really, really great. So yeah. So I love that it's doing that for y'all. It's awesome. And that you were open-minded to it. You know, a lot of companies, like a lot of businesses are like, they stick to the thing that they know and maybe wouldn't be so open-minded. Were you a little bit skeptical when you were going to change?
Well, we were definitely, but it simplified everything so much at a time when everything was so complicated that it was just an easy fit. It was just kind of like, I wanted out of that realm so badly because it required so much of my attention mentally and emotionally. And it was just a good, easy, quick fist, or it just fit in there so quickly for us. It was just, honestly, it was just auto.
Yeah. So another thing to add on to that, and then I'll kind of divert this to a question for him. So even if you don't want to sell, I mean, Tranont only has maybe like 15 products, right? Even if you don't want to sell that many products, because before with our old supplement, I'm sorry if you already touched on this, but with our old brand, like literally there was, I don't know, hundreds of products, right? Yeah. What I love here, even if you sold like the enzyme, I mean, here, I'll ask you, what do you think are our top 3 products within the practice?
Definitely the Enrich, collagen, and the CBD. Not even a doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
So those are the ones that I'm just constantly all day long, just hitting, because those 3 products, literally, they're so game changer that I can't. They have to be on my tongue and being released out into my atmosphere every single day.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing else that I like. Those 3 products, that's where I build programs from. So fixing their gut is number 1. So I love that too. It's that very innovative thinking is that 80% of our digestion, or 80% of our immune system comes from our gut. Okay. So not only are you fixing your gut, you're fixing your immune system. Not only fixing your your immune system and your gut, you're fixing your brain function because of the brain-body axis. So when the gut is dysfunctional, our brain and our thoughts and our moods and our attitudes will be affected. So what I love about this so much is that when you fix the gut, you're helping with the collagen. When you're fixing the gut, you're helping with the CBD absorption. And all of these just create a synergy that I've never seen in other products. Like a lot of the times, like with the other products that I use, it's like 1 and 2 and 3 products, they work good together. These work absolutely synergistically, exponentially with multiplication, okay? So it's like they're designed with intentionality and laser focus, because when you use the Enrich, which I believe every human being should be on, and then you get on that for, let's just say, a week, then you start using the collagen, it multiplies and amplifies the absorbability of the collagen because the gut's starting to be repaired, okay? And then you add, can you grab that?
What would you like?
Give me 1 second. I'm just looking at this.
It's okay.
So the CBD actually influences everything in the body. So the CBD1 receptor, CBD2 receptors in our endocannabinoid system, when we actually take CBD, it's actually helping our digestion. It's helping our immune system. It's helping all of these different functionalities, and it's helping express the function absorbability of all the other Tranont products. So, and what I always like to tell people too is that there's 100% transparency guarantee with Tranont. Yeah. Majority of the companies do not do that. We have a scientific advisory board. They want you to know exactly what's going into your body. Also with the CBD, they actually have on the actual bottle, it actually has a QR code, and you scan that and you get a third-party test of 3 pages of what was used, what they did with that product, what they tested, what they didn't test. And that's incredible for people, because people want to know that these days. It's like, you don't have stuff like that. Yeah. Wow. People like, okay, this they do have it here. There's this type of stuff like that. So
because CBD is everywhere. You see it everywhere. I also use our CBD every day. So that was a huge thing for me too, was the difference of our product, learning about the difference of our product and being a whole hemp fluid, and why it works differently from other stuff I had tried before, because I had never had luck with anything in CBD. And then I have that chart of all the things that it actually is doing for your body is really amazing. So it was like seeing all that and knowing that we were giving a very pure product. We know you need to know your ingredients. There's a ton of stuff out there on the market that is full of things you don't know about, and we are all about educating ingredients. And I know that's super important to y'all, but it is for me too. Everyone should be aware of what they're putting in the body. There's so much out there that people are sometimes too trusting, and you need to know. You need to look it up. You need to have those things, and we get to teach that. So.
Absolutely.
Don's going to go, if you have time, he's going to go into a little bit of depth with the CBD, because I think that's huge. I'm just going to say one little thing, then I actually have to go upstairs because I have to do a little live with Krista for our team. So Don will get into detail of that. But like, I don't know about where you live, but around us, there's CBD at gas stations, CBDs at smoke shops, CBDs wherever. And unfortunately, a lot of that stuff, 2 things. First of all, it's a CBD oil, not a CBD fluid. So I'll let Don get into that a little bit more deep with you. But also a lot of that crap, I'm sorry to say that, but a lot of that stuff comes from China, you guys. And I'm sorry, but your watermelon, strawberry, whatever, CBD is not going to do what this does. I'm sure it may taste good, but what I actually love about our CBD, it doesn't really taste that good. And I know that's not like a high selling point, but it's so pure and so raw that it works like this, you guys. Like, I have Invisalign in. I'm almost done with my Invisalign. When I first got these trays, I was in so much pain. I did 2 sprays. The spray is not too bad because it comes in cinnamon, right? There's a little bit of a cinnamon taste to it. 2 sprays in each cheek. The pain level went from like a 10 to a 3. I was like, holy cow, that was huge. I've used other CBDs before. They worked okay. You know what I mean? They would take a while to kick in, and then I would kind of feel relaxed after maybe an hour or so. It kind of wear off real quick. This is so quick, and it just absorbs so much quicker than anything else out there. It's made in the USA, and just like everything Don said about it is phenomenal. So I know a lot of our patients, again, no medical claims, but a lot of our patients have saw huge results with CBD, with their sleep, with their pain, with their anxiety, with like little knee pains and stuff like that. So I'll let Don come back on and finish up just a little bit of like kind of sciencey doctor stuff for you. But I just had to put in my 2 cents just because that's crazy. Like the stuff that's out there, it's not that good quality. So one little bottle has 100 drops in there. That could last you 2-3 months depending on how often you use it. So I'm going to say bye, but Don's going to come on and educate for just a minute if you have time. Okay, honey?
I do. Thanks, Liz.
Thank you, honey. So
the other thing, there's 2 selling points I want to talk about with the CBD, because I don't know why we got logged in with the CBD. Okay.
It's okay. That's actually the product I came in on.
That's awesome.
I mean, everybody knows me for collagen, but CBD is the product I came in on because I had insomnia and anxiety, and that's why I started. And
that's what we typically hear too. And then like a lot of people, this is another thing that I hear a lot that I like to talk about. People are like, oh, I've used CBD. And then I'm like, okay, well, let's try this, because I'm going to tell you the 2 points. But a lot of people have used it, but they're using something that only absorbs at about 10 to 15%. So if you Google CBD oil absorption, you're gonna find out, Google will tell you 10 to 15% absorbable, and it usually takes 2 hours for it to even absorb. Okay, so the unique selling point about this product and why it's so much different is that there's a patent on the extraction process that's cold pressed. Majority of things are heat pulled, they're heat extracted. When you heat hemp, you denurture the enzymes and the constituents and the things that stimulate the endocannabinoid system. So essentially what you're doing is you're heating it, then you're putting it in an oil, which doesn't absorb in the body to begin with, okay? And the next thing is that our oil is actually water-based. So those 2 things make it one of the most, honestly, it is the most powerful, most impactful product I've ever seen in my entire life. And I'm not just, I've tried thousands of products. I've sold thousands of products. But this product right here, honestly, it's always the 2 products for me is always the Enrich and the CBD. That's where I go to all the time first. Obviously collagen as well, but I want to go over this if you got just like 30 seconds.
Go ahead.
CBD1 receptors are the central nervous system. So central nervous system is brain and the spinal cord, okay? When the spinal cord exits the foramen, it becomes what's called the peripheral nervous system, and that's where CBD2 receptors come in, okay? So that's called the central nervous system, and the peripheral nervous system is CBD2 receptors. Now, CBD1 receptors control motor activity, motor function, so people with issues neurologically with motor, like motor sensations would be stuff like this, okay? Thinking, motor coordination, again, like being able to do things like this and be able to stand on one leg without closing your eyes, okay? Also, it affects your appetite. So people are having dysfunction with appetite issues. It helps with that as well. Also, short-term memory, pain receptions, and immune function. So CBD1 receptors and CBD2 receptors help exponentially with immune function, along with what we just talked about earlier, is that the Enrich, actually 80% of our immune system is in our gut. Okay, so now we go to the CBD2 receptors. Now listen to this. This is unbelievable. The CBD2 receptors are in the peripheral portion of the neurological system, okay? They help improve the functional expression of your gut, your kidneys, your pancreas, fat tissue, okay? Skeletal muscles, bones, eyes, reproductive system, immune system, respiratory system, skin, central nervous system, cardiovascular, and your liver and gallbladder. So pretty much everything. Every single thing that, and you know what, Amanda, if you really look at what I just said, every one of these is a vital organ. Yeah. Vital meaning it's like in the trunk right here, right? And it's like, there's people that come back from, Vietnam and war, and they've lost arms and legs. We can live without arms and legs, but honestly, we can't live without any of this stuff that's right here. Any, like a heart, a liver, a lung, a spleen, a kidney, all these different types of things, they're vital to survival. And CBD actually creates improved function on all of those organs, tissues, and systems, and with our gut too. So
it's crazy to me what I learned, all this stuff, and I love you telling me this because there's some things I didn't know, but that we have this endocannabinoid system that I didn't even know about. You know, I just heard from a lot of people that CBD can help with anxiety. I used to have panic attacks, and so it was like something I had tried many different kinds. They were gross, they were disgusting. You have to hold the whole dropper like under your tongue. It was oil, you know, whatever. I tell you what though, these little drops, I actually don't use the spray. I use the drops. I like it. I know that's so weird. I like that I taste the earthiness because I know what the product is.
exactly.
I think it's in my head. I'm like, I'm so proud of the fact that I know how pure it is and how amazing that that can be for someone like me, because that totally changed my views on not just CBD, but you know, getting further into this company and trying more stuff, because that actually was my first product experience. And it was incredible because nothing else worked for me before like this did. So learning all those things and knowing how much it was going to work for my body, and the fact that I have an autoimmune. So it was like all these alarms were going off like, this is where you should be. And I knew then, before I actually like realized it really, but I knew like, okay, this is, I can trust this, because I've taken so many products. I've done so many supplements over the years trying to find a way to just help my everyday life, my quality of life be better, and and reduce my symptoms and things of what I have, you know, for my everyday. And this is so amazing and like really life-changing for so many people because of how it works for every single thing in your system. So as magical that I think that collagen is, so is this CBD. Because the health part of that, and as well as collagen, the health part of collagen all over your body. I love that our products are just, they're so amazing. I can't believe I finally found the things that work for me. And it was like, then it was it, you know what I mean? Like I knew it was like, okay, this is it for me. This is what I'm going to be doing. And that passion came really quick. But I love that. I mean, you're already educated. You already had all the stuff. You knew the products. You knew all the other things. And the fact that you chose this company and it met everything that you needed, that means even more to y'all because of what you're able to help your clients with, and not only to be better product, but to help them financially.
Absolutely. So. You know, I wanted to talk into what you said too. There's a company that we used probably like 6 months. We used it for about a year and a half in our practice. And it's like the dropper was like that long. So like literally there's probably about 50 to 70 drops in each dropper full, okay? And some people used to need to take 2 dropper fulls of that, okay?
Yeah.
And literally, like a lot of the times post-pandemic, I'll just put the 2 drops right there on their hand, and people are like, "What do you mean that?" Like they're like, I don't even hardly see the drops, and then they lick it off, and it's just like they see and experience major change even within 10 seconds. So. Yeah. That's a good way to put it, is that I like that taste because you know how pure it is. That's awesome.
Yeah. And I've like within a week I was sleeping better. Because I had really bad insomnia. My anxiety just kept me up at night. I just had an overthinking brain and just would not stop. And so that was like the 3rd or 4th night, and I fell asleep within 5 minutes, which never happens. And Josh asked me the next day, he was like, and he was telling me, he's like, you slept like so sound. Did you wake up at all? Because I didn't hear you get up. Usually I would be bothering him by me getting up and down from the bed, like go living room, go to the bed, go back to the bedroom.
He was helping him sleep too, right?
I was making him miserable too with my insomnia. So it was amazing to have that product experience so fast. And I mean, I know it's not, you know, the same for everyone and it's different, but it's just done so much for me. And yeah, it's amazing. So, I mean, yeah, like our CBD is definitely something that can help so many people, and do think that many people need to be on it and just don't know that it's different. So the more we talk about it and share that with people, because I tried so many things too. And I really was very skeptical trying the CBD, and I'm glad I did. But that was my first product. And then I found Enrich, and then from collagen. So yeah.
One thing that I want to just end with is that since these are all whole food plant-based, I make it, honestly, it's like my mission from the Lord to talk about this, to make sure it's like my stamp. Honestly, I try to do this because it's part of my education. Okay. We don't win in life because of lack of knowledge or lack of wisdom. We don't know, but when we know, we know. Okay. So
Yeah.
literally it's like I throw this out there, kind of like I'm throwing it out just so people know the truth. Okay. Because whether they're ready to face the truth or not, but literally only about 5 to 10% of the market out there is actually whole food plant-based, and that's what all these products are. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna speak this. Okay, 90% of the supplements sold are synthetic. Okay, so pretty much, just if you're just hearing this for the first time, 90% of the stuff that you probably have on your shelves, okay, is synthetic. It's not food based. It's not whole food. Okay, and that just right there can radically change your life. Just these 3 products, just what we talked about. Any of those 3 products that we talked about will improve in some way, shape, or form the functional expression of you as a human being and make your life better in some capacity. So I always like to, that's like my fingerprint. I always try to put it on every single video, is that literally, if you've never tried whole food plant-based supplements, they're completely, it's a completely different classification.
Oh, yeah.
They radically will change your life if you let them. But you got to be consistent. You got to take them every day. You can't be sporadic, and you have to get to a point where you keep going and going. And then even to the point where some people are like, oh, I'm healed. A lot of the times your body's still healing. Okay. There's a difference between being healed and healing. Okay. So a lot of people are like, oh, they stop. And then like 2 or 3 months later, they didn't quite get it all out. And then it kind of starts to slowly creep back in. So I appreciate you having me come on. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, when that experience happens for other people, and I'm like, why would you stop? If you're feeling so good and they think they don't need it anymore because they feel good. But I'm like, no, that's the thing. You're giving your body what it needs. And you need to keep giving your body what it needs, like you do every day when you eat.
Yes.
Like it's no different than just feeding your body. You're feeding it what it needs because it is plant-based whole food products. You are giving your body food, and it needs to thrive on that. And that's how I look at it too. And everybody's going to have their experience, and sometimes people need to maybe learn the hard way and get off of it for a little bit and then go, oh, wow, really, that made a really big difference and I need to go back. Some people do have that experience, but I really do try to teach that too. Like, there's so much on the market that it's just sad of what, I'm just going to say that, it's sad of what we allow to be out there. And for me, like, thinking about how we're in the UK and how we meet criteria for that, how we meet criteria for Canada. I mean, not with CBD, of course, they don't do that there. They don't allow that there. But in our other products, to meet their criteria is a big deal. That means we are a very pure company because they are very strict on their rules of what they put into products and what you're allowed to sell. And just being in, I know it's weird because even being in the makeup business before, I knew that then because I was in an all natural, products with makeup and skincare. And I learned that, there's so much more happening that we allow to be in our products in the US and that other countries don't. So when we meet the criteria to be in those countries, that's a huge thing for us. Like, huge. Absolutely. That makes me super proud. But if people don't know that, because they aren't taught, and we have to tell them, and that's why we do these things. We talk labs and we go about, our products because we have passion about them for good reason.
Absolutely. So. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I had a great time with you. We should do another one of these too. Yeah, for sure. And when Josh is here, because he would love to be here with us too. So yeah, let's plan on doing one maybe after convention or something.
Yeah, for sure. Can't wait. Couple of weeks. Yay.
Couple weeks. We'll see you then.
All right. Bye. Thanks
God
so
bless
much.
You
You too.
Tell
Bye.
Josh hi.
I will.
All right.
Y'all have a good night.
You bet. Bye-bye.